Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here with the continuation of my Doom Eternal 100% walkthrough. This is mission 10 called Nekravol, and it's a shorter one, but there's a second part to this mission that technically counts as mission 11. To start off, we have 3 mission challenges. Kill 2 demons with the Crucible. You can do that right away as long as your Crucible has ammo. Kill 6 or 8 demons with the Crushing Plates. It's really easy as long as you know what you're looking for. And then you'll have to do a very specific glory kill on a Doom Hunter at the very end of the level by getting him into a glory kill state and then attacking his left side. This will do a specific glory kill and allow you to unlock this mission challenge. If at any point you feel like you're about to fail a mission challenge, you can always restart the checkpoint and try again. I decided to get my sheath kills out of the way. If for whatever reason you don't have any ammo in your sheath, there are exactly 2 ammo pickups for this weapon during the level. I will show both of them. As soon as we begin, walk forward, killing all of the enemies, and once you reach the top of the stairs, go to the left, follow the path to the end in order to find the Sentinel Crystal. Pick any upgrade that you are comfortable with for this, and there should only be one left after you select what you want here. At this point, we are ready to move on a little bit, so go to the right from the top of the stairs, and there should be a little bit of platforming here. This level is very linear in general, but there's a lot of like really weird jumps where it's not immediately obvious where you're supposed to go. So you're supposed to go on this platform with the fire, but wait until the hanging swing bar comes down low so you can swing onto this small wall, jumping in to the left-hand side into this room where you'll have to kill all of the enemies. Feel free to work on weapon masteries here. There's an achievement or trophy if you're playing on the consoles for getting all the weapon masteries, and you probably want to work towards that so you are all done once we wrap up. And once you take care of all of the enemies, you may also notice in the top right corner that a large amount of the 10 weapon points are awarded to us for just basically combat, and there is no Slayer Gate either. Once done the battle, push towards the exit of this room. Instead of dropping down, jump across the gap to find a Codex page. With that Codex page done, we can now drop down the hole and into the next fight. There will be a bunch of enemies spawning here, and we'll just want to take care of them until we are ready to leave. There's also a onslaught in the middle, which I think refills your ammo and gives you 4 times damage. After you defeat this area, do not exit it though. After killing all of the enemies, stand in the 3 green rings in the center to open up the door. You will require to open up the door in order to grab the collectible in the area. But after opening the door, you have to use the swing bars to the left-hand side in order to basically double jump onto a small climbable wall. And then you'll be able to jump off of it and backwards and then dash into a small side room that presents us with a 1-up. Here we can also drop down into a hole in order to find a secret toy. We should now proceed. As you drop down the hole, feel free to interact with the button. This will spawn an enemy we'll want to probably make quick work of. If you want, you should probably use the freeze grenade as well as a couple of rockets. Then what we will be able to do is shoot a button in order to basically leave this area. So make sure you do that. And your best practices are probably recommended here, so make sure you leave with a lot of armor. There will be a small little boss battle just after this. Once ready to leave, shoot the button to open the gate and then dash inside. Now, what you'll want to do is shoot the gate open once inside, melee the block, go through the gate, and jump on top of the block in order to mantle this climbable wall. You can then proceed to the mission objective where you'll go into a cage, which will transport you to the next area where there is a somewhat small boss battle. So I'll rejoin you with commentary once we get there.
As you save your moon, you put hers in peril. Up ahead is Kalibas, the Sightless judge. It determines who's fit to begin the soul extraction process. The rest will be discarded to the blood swamps.
Now, because I hit the checkpoint but then reloaded it, I kind of have a little bit of a cut in the video, but you'll be thrown into a boss battle against the Eyes of Kalibas, and what you need to do here is just take out all 4 of them. As you're taking them out, the platforms beneath your feet will start moving and sinking into the lava, so make sure you're protecting yourself from taking damage to the ground. Additionally, 2 pain elementals will spawn, so you'll probably want to just watch out for those. I kind of just ignored them until I took out the 4 eyes. And once I had the 4 eyes taken care of, I kind of mopped up the enemies in the area. And once everything's taken down in the room, you're good to leave pretty much. This fight was actually really easy in my opinion and didn't really give me any challenge personally.
The shield is lowered. Now, while it's exposed.
After the fight, you probably want to mop up on any health or armor in the area just to make sure you're set for some of the next battles going on. You may also want to do a quick chainsaw on an enemy just to refill some of the ammo you spent while here. Once ready to leave, just go up to the green blob and melee it to reveal a man cannon, take it up, and then mount this wall in order to climb up and leave. Once at the top, you can turn around and grab some armor on a ledge behind you. I'm going to grab it just because I was lacking a little bit of armor, but obviously this kind of stuff is completely optional. Then what you might want to do is just mop up some ammo, and when ready, go to the right from where we landed on that ledge, follow the path to the end, and pick up the Praetor suit point here, and we will now continue. To continue from the Praetor suit point, you can now shoot the green button. This will open up a little bit of a pusher plate that will kill any enemies beneath it, and this is one of our mission challenges. The first plate can kill 3 enemies, and the second plate should easily kill another 3 or 4, and then just wait for enemies to walk under it and keep doing this until you kill at least 8. There is technically some more pusher plates later on, but they're much more difficult to get kills with, so just get out of the way while you're here. Take out all of the enemies in the area, and before leaving, from where we entered, go directly in front of us across the room to pick up the mastery token. Feel free to spend it. I'm going to just ignore it for now and focus on that kind of stuff later on. Then we can also find a Praetor suit point just up the stairs towards our mission objective. This one's very obvious, so you really shouldn't miss it. From here, drop on down to the ledge to the right-hand side to find the Automap. This will allow us to have all of the areas of the map unveiled to us, which will make mopping up some stuff a little bit easier if you don't want to follow along with the rest of the video, but you probably should. Jump down and then double dash into this climbable wall directly in front of you, and there will be a big fight here. A couple of notes for this fight: although it wasn't too bad, you definitely have to focus on the enemy that spawns and buffs and other enemies. Additionally, there is a BFG bullet at the top of the area, and you may really want to use the Unmaker, which we recently unlocked in the last video. It really rips enemies apart. Here's the other pusher plate I quickly mentioned if you want to try to get those 8 kills, but this one I didn't find to be too effective. Either way, just kill enemies as they arrive and pick up that BFG ammo and make sure you take care of the big enemy once it spawns before you mop it up. With the enemies taken care of, feel free to grab all the ammo and look towards our mission objective off of the balcony to the right. Instead of jumping across, we're going to actually jump back to where we came from, which is a ledge on the left while looking down a little bit. You'll notice that there is a secret underneath this ledge, so double jump and dash into here, then drop down and find a secret gore nest. The secret gore nests are incredibly easy in this mission, in my opinion. For the first one, you can just use a rocket and an ice bomb in order to make quick work of the bigger enemy that spawns, and then a second enemy will spawn just off to the side, and you might want to shoot it as well with a rocket, and that should quickly complete this secret encounter. You can obviously use a weapon like the Unmaker, but it's kind of just a waste of ammo. From that secret encounter, go up onto the ledge to the right-hand side and find a secret toy here. You'll definitely want to pick this one up before you move on. That was for the Gladiator, by the way. You can then follow the path, and this will link you back to the Automap room, and we can now jump back across the gap. We're basically just trying to make mission progress again, so link back to where we were about to go before we drop down underneath where we came from. And now we can jump to the right-hand side, double dash, and then we'll have to jump up on another wall, and then jump from that wall up onto a ledge. Once onto this ledge, go to the left and down the stairs to the end of the hall to find an extra life. A couple of enemies will attack you, so take care of them now. With the enemies taken care of, we are now ready to push forward into the next area. So walk forward and up the stairs and take a left-hand turn, and you'll see that there is a turnstile of some fire. We'll just need to do a couple of wall jumps and get safely across. You can jump into the fire. It doesn't really affect much. It might take a little bit of your health off, but it doesn't really prevent you from progressing. Once you land here, you'll notice that there are like 2 elevator boxes, and you'll need to take one to get up on top of where we are right now. So just wait for one of these boxes and then ride it up. As soon as we reach the top, there are a bunch of things we can do, so let me point them out to you. Directly in front of you, there will be a crusher. Right under the first crusher and to the right of it, there is a meleeable wall. Go inside of here to find a secret toy of the Doom Hunter, as well as a token for mastering your weapons. Now might be a really good time to actually go look into your weapon mastery, look into your suit. You can actually fully upgrade your suit, and there are leftover tokens here. So as you can see, I've unlocked the entire wheel. I get the achievement, and I still have 2 left over. Hopefully we can grab these and use them in the DLC. And don't worry, I will show the rest of the Praetor suit points if we come across any, just to make sure we get them, even though we don't really need them. Upgrade whatever weapons you want with those mastery tokens and those weapon points, just so you can also start working towards 100% to that as well. We are now ready to move on. So from here, turn around and go back to those pusher pads and go through them as if you're trying to go to the next area. In the next area, there will be a big fight. Take care of all of the enemies and do not leave this area once you're done. There is a buff totem you'll want to pay attention to. To get to it, you'll have to navigate through some platforms before meleeing it. With all of the enemies taken care of, do not leave the room. We actually can't because the door's not even open yet. But what we want to do is look to the left, and you'll notice that there are these boxes traveling up. What we actually want to do is go on top of one of these boxes, wait for it to bring us up, and now we can jump towards a climbable wall not far from the exit door. Mount up onto here and then go over the ledge and drop down in order to find a push button. Push this button. This will open up a couple of things, but it'll also open up the ability for us to link back to the secret that's connected kind of behind us. We actually want to leave this area and go back to the area we came from. So go underneath those pusher pads, and you can now link to this area where there is a secret encounter. Another secret encounter that is super easy in my opinion. You probably want a little bit of the ice bomb, some frag grenades, and a little bit of whatever you think does the most damage. It can be a combination of your super shotgun or your ballista. Hopefully you don't completely miss your ice bomb like me, or else you'll make it a little bit more difficult. But as you'll see, I'm going to finish this with plenty of time left on the clock. So once you're done this, that is your secret encounter. If for whatever reason you fail or you don't have enough ammo, try reloading the last checkpoint. Now go to where that secret encounter was and continue past it. And you'll notice that there is a secret area here where we can find a album with a dope fish on it. That is very dope. We can now continue back to the middle room, and there will be a second button we need to press in order to open the main door, but there's also a ton of collectibles. So go diagonally across the room, go underneath the push pads, and what we'll have to do here is defeat a Marauder. Have fun. With the Marauder defeated, what we want to do is go to the area where we first entered, past the meat grinders, and you'll see that there are more platforms here. We'll actually have to drop down and go underneath a platform just as it raises past us in order to drop that down and then dash into a secret room underneath us. So that's what we're going to do right here. And once we get into this room, you'll find a secret. This is the Famine cheat code. We'll actually need this specifically for an achievement or trophy later on. Additionally, you can find some Crucible ammo, so pick that up and make sure you use the Crucible if you're still, for whatever reason, missing the Crucible mission challenge for defeating 2 enemies. From here, ride the elevator back up and go down the hallway. Go past the button, and at the end of the hallway, find the Codex page entry. Make sure you grab that before pushing the button to open the door to the next room. As soon as you enter the next room, there's a couple of enemies we can use to gain ammo and armor, as well as some ammo for the BFG or Unmaker, whichever one it is that you want to use. And we can now enter the last fight. There is one thing we need to focus on, and that is the mission challenge for getting a glory kill on the Doom Hunter. As you get the Doom Hunter into a glory kill state, you want to make sure that you glory kill it from its left side. So if we're looking at it face to face, it'll be on the right hand side. Take care of all of the enemies in this area. Additionally, if you're also looking for sheath kills, there is, or Crucible kills, make sure you grab the Crucible ammo that is located at the very top center of the area, and you can grab a couple of the smaller enemies with the Crucible. And either way, what you want to do is just complete all of the fights here, and before you leave this area, we still have a couple of collectibles to go, but we're nearing the end of the mission. So now with all of the enemies done, I'm going to return to where we entered the room from. And you'll notice that if you look up and to the left, there is an extra life 1-up. This is the only strategy I found that worked, but I'm going to double swing on these bars, dash back, swing on the top bar, and get up onto this platform right here, which will allow us to get to the extra life 1-up. Then what we want to do is return to the platform and go across to the opposite side. This will begin all of the meat grinders, and what we can do is just work our way all the way to the end of this, and here will be another Praetor suit point. I don't know what it's for because we have all of the upgrades, but it's here nonetheless. From the Praetor suit point, continue down the hall. You'll end up behind the statue at the end of the room. You'll melee it down in order to break a hole in the ground, which is kind of like our exit to the next mission. Now, we do not go to the Fortress of Doom, so before jumping through this hole, I would highly recommend scouting the room for ammo, armor, health, and stuff like that. And before dropping down the hole, you might want to look through your weapon masteries, your weapon points, and your Praetor suit points to make sure you're comfortable with the next mission before dropping down. You should have your 10 out of 10 combat, your 3 out of 3 challenges, and your 13 out of 13 exploration. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.